Hello, so we're going to have a flick through, slow flick through of the Beloved Dead Oracle by Carrie, Paris and Tina Hardt. A hauntingly appealing divination deck. So this deck, I don't know if, I tried to look it up. I think it came out as an indie deck with the Relative Tarot. It was part of like a bonus, like the big, order it through that, get the big edition of it, and you get the Oracle with it. And I reached out to the creator and said that, when it came out mass market, are you going to be releasing the Oracle? And they said they weren't sure at that time, obviously because it had gone to mass market, so it would be up to them. But obviously they have. So the Beloved Dead, I did drop this, so all of the cards went everywhere, so they're all out of order. They usually come alphabetical. I couldn't be bothered to sit there and go through them all and get them all back in order, if I'm being honest. So they usually come out alphabetical. You get quite a decent guidebook. It's colour. This is the back of the cards. It's gilded in gold. And it's not scratchy gold either. And the box is sturdy. It's not got anything that the card's going to slide through on. You obviously get the string, and it's a sturdy, decent box. And it is published redwheelwiser.com. Wiser Books. Okay. So as I say, they are out of order, but it's just to get you a look at the cards. So they're not numbered anyway, so... and then I'll explain a little bit about why some of the cards are different and that. So we have love. So the idea behind this oracle is that each card represents a soul or a trait or a spirit. So if you pull in like the spread that's in the book, it's almost like you're having a conversation. So who is the person, what's a trait of theirs, like proof, validation that it's them, and then a message from them and stuff like that. So if you were thinking on somebody, if you want to communicate with somebody that you know, or somebody that's passed on that you are aware of, or one of your ancestors, then you can request to speak to that person, and then you obviously pull the cards to get validation. And the cards, it is said that they will show you traits of the person, or the image itself will invoke some kind of memory about that person. It's actually a really nice deck. So obviously the first card here is love. And then there's some of the cards, I'm not sure how many, I think it's 10. Let me count them. 1, 2, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, so there's 10 cards act of love, and the act of love cards, these can be used as, if you pull an act of love card, so it's like emphasizing a message. But if you pull an active love card and then you pull another card on top of this, it's almost asking you to really pay attention to this message. So they're in there as well. So act of love, objectivity. Remember. Arcana. Body. Prophecy. Labour. This is another act of love, forgiveness and faith. Vanity. The write-ups in this book as well are absolutely fantastic. Visitation. Home. Personality. Attention. Perfection. My dog's going nuts every time someone bangs the gates. Privilege. Another act of love, which is here and now. Backstory. Addiction. Ancestry. Peace. Wholesome. Empress vibes. Absence. I read this one, the write-ups, honestly, it's absolutely amazing, the book. Sovereign. Leadership. An act of love, which is self-preservation. Important. Change. Driver. Time. Oops. Witch. Things. Conflict. Drama. So I think you can see actually from some of the cards, especially like addiction and drama, and you can tell that it's not a fluffy deck really. Some of them are nice attributes to have, but some of them, like let me see, which one did I read last night? So you got like vanity, visitation, oh yeah, privilege as well. So you think privilege, but you think privilege that somebody that's got it all. But when you read the book, it can speak about somebody that has it all but doesn't appreciate it. So it could be somebody that just had everything handed to them in life and they just don't appreciate it and they just always want more, so it can speak to that. So I think it's a really well done, really balanced as well deck with optimism. So these, as I say, can be traits of people or could speak to the personality. Someone that's like appearance. This could be somebody that's, you know, that always had the latest gear on, someone that always, you know, be thinking in the modern day, someone that always was dressed to impress. Defense. Innocent. And this one as well, from what I read, this one can speak to like as an entity, as a soul. It can speak to, you know, if you've lost a child, if a pregnancy never came to fruition, and if animal spirits, like messages from animals have been passed on. So, you know, if you pulled this, you see an innocence, you know, this could be somebody, an animal trying to make contacts with you, or a child that never came to fruition that's trying to give you a message or get a message through to you. So I think it's really, really well done deck. Communication, the boxing gloves. Tribe. Act of love, as is. Conscientious. Limelight. Promise. Chicken. I remember from the book, this one's about you know, you think of a chicken in the coop, they're too afraid. You're like, you're thinking of foxes in the foxes or wolves in the hen house, being caged in, keeping yourself caged in, try to keep yourself safe. You know, chickens go around and peck at the floor. It speaks about they go around pecking at the floor. They don't really raise their heads, so that, you know, they're always like kind of focused with the face to the floor, caged in, not wanting to spread the wings, not wanting to, you know, they've got wings, but they choose to stay on the ground because chickens can actually fly a little bit. Very rare you see them do it. Play. Player. Evermore. Location. Hospitality. Snake. A Ouija. This one, the Ouija one, just, it comes up at the end of the deck when you get the deck, and in the book there is a poem about, I'll read it actually. It's a poem about Ouija boards. There's not really a message, I mean there is, but there's not, if you know what I mean. It's more a poem. Get it up. So for the Ouija card, by the light of the blood-red moon, come gather in the corn. Tonight the wind will sing her fields a song of souls forlorn. Glory be the Trinity when planets are enshrined. Turn over a glass on a lettered board with numbers 0 to 9. First close thine eyes and visualize. Be bathed in sapphire light. Invoke the harvest rich and dark from graveyard yield tonight. And spirits summon one by one, spell out their stories dear, of deaths incurred by violent means and anger, dread and fear. Let thy fingers lightly rest, for questions they'll pursue, but be careful who you ask to rise, for know they envy you. And know that those hollowed eyes yearn desperately to see, and know those with blackened souls the blood red moon sets free. Bright blessings for Samhain. So it's not really, it's kind of a warning, but it's not really got, like the rest of them have got a write up. I've got Explorer, Academic, Wise Guy, and it does point out as well that even though it may speak in male and female, his and him and her and hers, throughout the guidebook it's not gender specific, it is just for flow of the story. Justice, Hardship, Compass, An Act of Love, Do Nothing, Kindred, Act of Love, Self-Care, Creativity, Shine. She's in another deck. I think it's Vintage Wisdom. Have a look. It'll annoy me. I should have looked at this before. Come on here. Deck is she in? Well, it's not the Vintage Wisdom, but it might be the Antiquarian Tarot she pops up in. I've seen this image before. Few of them actually, a few of them I recognise. I mean, obviously some of them will be well known. Expectation. Messenger. Martyr. Bohemian. Religion. An Act of Love, Observation. Teacher. Service. Invisible. This one made me laugh when I first seen it. Took me a minute for my eyes to figure out what was going on. She literally got some kind of shade over her head. Act of Love, Be You. competition, grave. Now, if this was the oracle that came out with the relative tarot as an indie deck, the relative tarot as an indie deck had dark edges, so this would have gone smashing. It does still go. It does actually still go. But I feel like it would have gone better if the relative tarot mass market would have been, you know, like a darker edged or darker themed deck. Entertainment. The Spirit Throne. This card is the first card in the deck. This one comes up. This is for you to use in a reading. So you put the Spirit Throne down, and then you call on the spirits and ask for whoever it is that you want to come and sit in the throne and speak to you. So it's like a placement card for them to connect. So you put it down, you get them to connect, and then you shuffle and pull cards around this to see if it's the person that you're wanting to speak to, or, you know, figure out who it is that's come to sit and speak with you at this time. So there's that. We've got survive. Act as is. Act of love, sorry. Yes or no. Haunted. Disconnect. Purpose. And perception. So the deck itself does shuffle well. As I say, the throne card really should be pulled out and put to the side, but I'll just shuffle it in, because if it comes up, then you can pull another card on top of it. And, you know, that's how I would use it. I'd let it shuffle out, and if it shuffles out, I'd pull another card to put on top of it, because I would take it that there's spirit within this reading. There's a message from spirit if that card comes out. That's how I'd use it. It does explain in the guidebook how you would use it, but it does shuffle really nicely. It's a nice cardstock. It is a bit, I mean, it's got good flex to it. It is a bit shiny, but when it's on the table, you're not seeing that. It's only if you're going to be like putting it straight directly under lights and stuff like that.